So today we're going over slope-intercept form, which, as we talked about, is the form y equals mx plus b. So here, first, we're going to need to draw ourselves a coordinate plane, because we don't have one. And I'm just going to mark off a couple ticks for us. Okay, and so then from here, looking at our equation, y equals -3/4 x minus 5, we're first going to identify what our b is. So b is what comes after the mx, and so here, our b, -5. So b equals -5. And so how do we graph that? We know that b is, it's our y-intercept, so it's going to be on this axis, not our x-axis, it's going to be y. So it's going to be along this line, and we're going to have to go down 5 because it was -5. So counting down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our y-axis. It's at the point 0, -5. Okay? And so now, paying attention to our -3/4 x, because -3/4 is what we're calling m. And we talked about the idea of rise over run with our m value. So -3/4 in terms of rise over run, we're saying we're going down 3, and right 4, okay? But if we look on our graph right here, we can't go down 3 and right 4 because we'll be all the way over here off our coordinate plane. So instead, we're just going to do the opposite of that, and we're going to go up 3 and left 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And so now we have a second point, and we just need to connect those with a line. And we're going to put an arrow on both ends because it's infinite as it's a line. And there we go. Now we've graphed. We sketched our graph of y equals -3/4 x minus 5. So then on problem 2, we are writing our equation in slope-intercept form, which, as we said earlier, y equals mx plus b. And so here, we're going to start by finding our b value, which is going to be from our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is on the y-axis, and so this point right here, that is going to be our y-intercept, which, as we notice, is 2 units below the origin. And so this is 0, -2. And so our b value is -2 because we went down 2. Okay? And now we have to figure out how our slope is. And so we're going to use that concept of rise over run. So we said we went down 2, and this is 1, 2, 3, 3. So down 2, over 3. Okay, and so that is our m value. And so now we have everything we need. We have b, we have m, and so y equals sub in m 2/3 x minus 2. And now we have our equation in slope-intercept form. And so then on problem 3, we're writing our equation given 2 points. And so we're going to use our formula that we looked at earlier for finding our slope. Where m equals, and so now we're going to label our 2 points. We're going to call this point 1, so we're going to say x1 and y1, and x2 and y2. And so now we're going to say our formula says that m equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And now, if we sub in our values into this equation right here, we can see m equals y1, which was 4, minus y2, 6, divided by x1, 5, minus x2, negative 1. Okay, and so then 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 5 minus negative 1 is 6. We can reduce this into negative 1/3. And this is our m value. Okay? And so now, when we are thinking about our idea of our formula, y equals mx plus b, we have m, we have ax and a value for y right here, so we can sub all those in to find our b. So we're gonna, using some of the space down here, we're gonna say, we're gonna use 4, we're gonna use 0.1 because there's no negatives. So y is 4 equals m, which is negative 1/3, times 5 plus b. Okay, so then 4 equals negative 5/3 plus b. To get rid of this 5/3, we're gonna, this negative 5/3, we're gonna add 5/3 to both sides. Cancel those. 4 is the same as 12/3, so 12/3 plus 5/3 just gives us 17/3 equals b. Okay, and so now we have b, we have m, and so our answer is just y equals negative 1/3 x plus our b value of 17/3. And that's it.